Vaheguru, 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 Vaheguru.
Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh. Now, this video is about the Lag Akhar. Now, these are not, they're not the vowel sounds that we talked about in the Lagaan video. These are almost like, there's two types of sounds that are in this video. These are either emphasis sounds, okay, or so you give more emphasis to the exact akhar itself, or you're using it to give a nasal sound. Now, so therefore it's not made up of sounds that come from Uda, Ada, Idi, and that's the reason why they're in a separate video. Okay, so these four sounds, some of them are actually used in the Mahogany for practicing every day because they are very important. They come up quite a lot. Yeah, the first two sounds in this, Adaq and Halant, these are emphasis sounds, and the second two sounds, Bindi and Tippy, these are nasal sounds. Okay, and they have a specific sound, and these are added on to the akhar, so you can see them when you see them written down. There's a symbol for each one, and we'll teach you that right now. Okay, so the first one we're going to do is Adaq. Adaq is an emphasis on the akhar itself. Yeah, and we saw Adaq when we were talking about the 5 special characters like Gagga. Yeah, it was in there, and it looks like a half moon, but it's pointing upwards. Okay, and that means you're going to emphasize this akhar that we're going to put it on top of. Yeah, and it normally goes actually a little bit to the right of the akhar rather than right on top of it, where it might get in the way of lagan. It goes a little bit after those. Yeah, but the sound is attached to the akhar itself. So it's a strong emphasis on the letter which it relates to. Now, the Halant is like a little line which goes underneath that letter, and this means you're putting a little bit less than an Adaq. It's like half an Adaq, but it's not exactly that. It's just more of an emphasis in the letter by itself, and then less of an emphasis than if it was an Adaq. Yeah. So Halant. And then you've got Bindi and you've got Tippy. Now, the Bindi is like a dot, and this you've seen introduced already in all the Akhars videos. We talked about the Sase, Pair, Bindi, Sh. Yeah, these are the sounds that come up that include this Bindi. And the Pair means the feet, so it's underneath the letter. Now it's on top. That's why normally it's on top, but when you put it underneath, you call it Pair Bindi. And so here, the Bindi is like a nasal sound. And what you will see is when we do the Mahogany, the Bindi will get used a lot when we in each letter, in each akhar, the Mahogany, because it makes a ah. So you nasalize the sound. It's just a very distinct nasalization. So so you see, when we said dulav, yeah, even there you can put it's like a kanna with a Bindi on top. And so every akhar, when we do the Mahogany of the akhar, we always at the last part we put this one with a kanna to show that you can pronounce it, because really it needs something to accompany it. Yeah, it's very hard to put this sound just by itself. Yeah, it needs normally one or the other lagan to accompany it, to give it that nasalization. So that's the Bindi. And then the Tippy. Now Tippy is like the half moon, but it's now pointing downwards. Yeah, and it makes a very distinctive sound, like a ang. Yeah, ang. So like in Jawab Sahib it comes up a lot, like namastong. Yeah, and that at that point it's like UNG ang, but you're not actually pronouncing the g. It almost sounds like you are. Like if you're from London, then you will say words that sound like they've got a T in them, but they haven't got a T. You don't pronounce the T. Yeah, like water. Yeah, it's got a T in it, but you don't hear it almost. Yeah, and it's the same way with this. It's got a little G in it, but you hardly pronounce it. It's like ang, and you finish off at the beginning of a gaga, but you don't say it. So it's like a ang. And a simple word that we use a lot is Guru Angad Dev Ji Maharaj. As you can see on the Ada, you've got a Tippy, and that's why we say ang, and then you've got the g, the angad. Yeah, so this word comes up a lot in Jawab Sahib. We should learn how to pronounce it. Now these four are then the Lagaan Akhar. These are either emphasis sounds or sounds that are used to give a nasalization to the word. And this, so from now, when you see that, when we go to the Mahogany, if you were to go to the Mahogany through say something like sassa, you would say sa, which is mukta, sa, yeah, se, si, su, so, se, sa, so, sao, and now you do sang, which is for Tippy, and then you say sang, which is this bindi but with a kanna, so bindi kanna, sang, yeah, as you can see it's nasalized. This is the Mahogany. That's a combination of those of the bits of the Lag Akhar and bits of the Lagaan. All of it combines to the Mahogany. We're going to practice that in the next videos. The way to do for you is to go through each of the videos and practice that sound again and again until you feel very confident about it for each of the Akhars. And then every day you can just use the one Mahogany video to just practice your Mahogany. But each of the Lagaan, take the time to go through and pronounce it properly. Yeah, and hopefully Marzi Kirpa, then our pronunciation will be good. Just the word Mahogany. Mahogany actually means that your mu is tired, har gaya, is thakya, it's very tired. So we have to keep on saying the Mahogany until our mouth gets tired of it, because it's all about training the muscles inside the mouth to pronounce the words properly. Yeah, so Mahogany, we have to use the time to spend to get them embedded into our system, because sometimes they're going to be different to what we're used to. Our parents might have taught us something else, we might have thought it was something else ourselves, so we have to learn it properly. And that's why whenever you start doing Santya, you go through Mahogany first. Okay, and the next video we're going to go through now half letters, Syankut Akhars. Okay ji, forgive me any mistakes that I've made. Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh.